All right, so the second thing to consider in discussing the central argument of the institutionalist school of thought is that beyond the existence of rules, beyond we having the rules and laws must be not only known, but they must be well known. So the point is, do we have rules in Ghana? Do we have laws in Ghana? Yes. But the next requirement is that the rules of the game must be well known. Those who are enforcing the rules must know the rules. Those who are expected to obey the rules must know the rules. So you cannot talk about strengthening institutions when the rules are there, but those who are expected to enforce or obey them do not know them. Okay? So you come to many developing countries, and like I said, we do well, we can applaud ourselves that we have all the rules. But the next point in our quest to strengthen institutions is, do we know the rules? Those who are supposed to be enforcing the rules, do they know the rules? Those who are expected to obey the rules, do they know the rules? And the answer oftentimes is no. I mean, how do you obey rules when you don't even know them? How do you enforce the rules when you yourself, you don't even know them? So many people have their rights being violated because they don't know their rights, they don't know the rules governing their rights. So many abuses go on by law enforcement agencies because they themselves don't know. They don't know that, well, you are supposed not to do this or you are supposed to be doing that. And so the point is, where do we go? How do we strengthen institutions? If the rules of the game remain unknown, if the rules of the game remain oblivious to them, we can't strengthen institutions. I tell you, there are so many rules that governs how things will have to be done in our part of the world. It's just that we do not know them. It is just that we do not know them. I was reading once, many years ago, I was reading some codified documents that embodied rules that regulate our use of vehicles on the road. And one of the rules that fascinated me was that if you buy a vehicle and drive, you are supposed to have a machete in the car. And the idea is that a long time ago, if you're driving and then a piece of log falls across the street, you should be able to use your machete to chop off the branches so you can pave the way for yourself. And so a police officer stops you in Ghana. He asks, where is your driving license? You show it. Where is your fire extinguisher? You show it. Where is your first aid box? You show it. And he said, where is your machete? I said, well, I don't know about this. And so how do we obey, respect our rules? How do we strengthen institutions? Okay, I know in several universities, students drive vehicles. They require not only a driver's license, sometimes you require the official and explicit consent of the authorities to be able to drive on the various campuses. You come to University of Ghana, people drive their vehicles. And sometimes you ask whether they know that there is a rule that governs their usage of vehicles on campus, because you need to get explicit consent from the authorities to be able to drive on campus. If you don't know this and then you knock down a human being, I mean, they would throw the rules to you. Do you have a license? Yes, I have. Did you get explicit permission from the authorities? And you know that you didn't do that, and your excuse cannot be that, well, you didn't do that because you didn't know. If you are living in our house of residence and you want to exit and go home, you need to have informed your porter and order. These are rules that people don't know, and if you run afoul of it and something happened, they may ask you, did you know that there was it? You say, I don't know. And if you didn't know, how were you expected to comply? So we cannot strengthen or build strong institutions if we only have the rules, but people are ignorant of the rules. I'll talk about the next argument in the next lecture.